Oglethorpe County is a rural county that is the southeast neighbor to Clark County. Its population is only around 14,000 people, and it is not uncommon to see cows, chickens, and sheep throughout the county due to the abundance of farmland. We visited 2 of the 4 cities in the county, called Crawford and Lexington. One major roadway, Highway 78, runs through the county, connecting the 2 major cities in the county, Crawford and Lexington. There are few to no traffic lights on the major roadway since it's a state highway. The highway was also undergoing construction at this time, and there are many road signs and large traffic cones lining both sides of the road. Most of the larger businesses in the town, such as Family Dollar, Fred's, Dollar General, Subway, Bell's Food Market, as well as Oglethorpe County High School, are located on this road. The roadway displays limited walkability as there are few to no sidewalks, except for a small section seen along the corner of the main square in downtown Crawford. The residential portions of the 2 cities we visited consisted of older, small to mid-sized homes on medium to large-sized lots. There did not appear to be very many neighborhoods, and there were few to no apartment complexes. We noticed several auto repair shops, used car lots, small local businesses, churches, 2 healthcare clinics called MedLink and Crawford Lexington Medical Center, and 1 pharmacy. The county does not have a hospital. Bell's Food Market is the only authentic grocery store, although other food and grocery options can be accessed at the nearby Family Dollar, Fred's, or Dollar General, though they do have limited selection. In order to get the inside scoop about the nutritional components of Oglethorpe County, we interviewed a nurse at the county's public health department, a resident who has lived in the county his whole life, an employee at the grocery store, a nurse, and an Oglethorpe County Fax UGA extension agent. Let's see what they have to say about working and living in the county.
I have been here since '99, so about 20 years.
I've been working here 4 years now.
Okay.
Well, most of them, 80-something years. Of course, I was in the Navy.
Long time.
4 years. Other than several years.
I started here in June,
Okay,
June 1st.
so almost a year.
Yep, coming up on it.
17, 18, 19, I think 3 years, 3.5 years, 3 years.
And, we have very limited as far as places that you can eat that offer healthy things, and we have 1 grocery store here. We do have Fred's, which has a few things, but they don't carry too much, and Dollar General doesn't carry too much. So it's pretty much Bell's if you're going to get something, or you got to go to either Athens or you got to go to Elberton. If you're
I like the little small town feel of this store. I have a lot of really good customers that I've learned by name over the years and stuff. And that I can see, you fool with bad product and stuff, of course. That messes you up a little bit, but I can't think of anything else I'd rather do. I did it over in Washington 10 years, so, and moved up this way to do it here.
Well, it's just, it's just a nice county to live in.
Well, the disadvantage is you have to drive a long ways. You have a gas bill now that you didn't have before for your car. I mean, you had it before, but it's more, because you have to drive 30 minutes to get anywhere. The advantage is it's a small town, and it's beautiful. To me, it's just gorgeous, and I can have my chickens and my dogs and whatever animals I want, and there's nobody telling me you can't. Really, they don't tell you what you can and can't do, like certain counties that will go unmentioned.
It's awesome. Definitely the obesity and diabetes. We are very much, it's a county that they don't like change. So it's a lot of cornbread and fried stuff and just stuff that's not really necessarily good for you. It makes your blood sugar go up, and then you have diabetes that runs in several families in the county itself, and people just don't pay much attention to it. It's like they'll get their A1C checked, but they won't get their insulin checked, so they don't see how hard their pancreas is having to work. So that's one of the things that our district is working on is the DOC program, diabetes, obesity, hypertension, cardiac disease, and it focuses on that, trying to get that to go down.
They had started a little thing at the school where they were coming in to buy nutritious stuff. I guess they're still doing it. They had a coordinator that would come over here and buy stuff. I don't know, I think they pretty much eat healthy. I'd be pretty well in this department. Yeah.
It's like everywhere else, you got problems. Not really. I mean, everything's pretty much smooth. And I have no problems.
That exists in Oglethorpe County.
In Oglethorpe County, diabetes is a problem. Our incidence of cancer rates are high. Our colorectal cancers are 10% larger than the state average. Heart disease is a problem. There's a lot of issues with colorectal cancer, cervical cancer, breast cancer rates are all high in the county. So there's some issues that need addressing. Usually rural areas, rates are a little higher, lack of resources, lack of programming.
Okay.
There's grocery stores and plenty of different places for people to get healthy foods to eat. We just did a program last night that says 1/3 of all cancers are preventable. So that means lifestyle choices, physical activity, alcohol abuse, healthy weight management. So there's definitely a need in the community.
Nutrition. I work in the ER, so I just see a lot of diabetes. The same things that the health department told you. So just eating habits that have been, like you said, from generations. You know, not realizing all the sugar and all the poor nutritional, I guess, contents in some foods that we eat and just for fun, snacks, candies, things like that people don't realize it leads to diabetes. And I don't know, to me that's the biggest thing that we see, that it just affects every part of you.
Lack of education.
Yeah, and just also not, doing what you did with your parents and their grandparents, eating like that, and just kind of the mindset, like you said, not wanting to be told what to do and to change, but education, yeah.
Well, pretty much everybody. So the children, they do have a lot of sugary drinks. So you start it young. They have the sugary drinks, they have the sugary snacks, Pop-Tarts, cereal. They eat chips, they grab just whatever is most convenient, and then you've got the parents that aren't really watching as much of what their kids do eat and not offering them as much of the healthy stuff, the fruits and vegetables and stuff like that as an alternative to just, oh, we're at the gas station, let's grab a bag of chips or let's grab a candy bar. Like, oh, here's juice, you can have the juice. Surely the juice is more healthy than other stuff. Like, it has a lot of sugar in there. Water would be the better alternative. for fresh fruit juice instead of the tummy yums and the ones like that.
All ages are susceptible to these sort of things, but specifically the elderly, their weakened immune systems, and just as they get older, a lot of them don't have health insurance. Either the health insurance has expired from their occupations. So we do a lot of work with Senior Center here in Oglethorpe County. We go to Oglethorpe and do programs. We did a program last month on dementia. We do things on salt and sugar intake. So senior citizens are a big impact, but also educating the youth on how to make lifestyle changes as they grow older.
I see a lot of obese children. They don't know. And even if they did know, who cares? I want the Twinkie. I want, the cake or whatever. I mean, I'm speaking mainly from the ER, not from a county perspective, but you just see, 2 and 3 year olds that weigh 60, 70, 80 pounds. They're obese, their parents are obese, and there's nobody there, presumably in the home, telling them, you cannot have this because it's bad for you, because I'm going to eat it. So how can I say you can't have it because I'm eating it because I weigh, because the parents are so obese. And I don't know if kids are being told things in school, but why would they care? They're kids, So I don't know. I just see a lot of obesity, which of course leads to diabetes because you're not eating a lot of vegetables,
Say probably so, because really the only options they have, MedLink, where Dr. Huseman used to be over here across from the high school, those are pretty much the only 2 options if you're needing acute care, or they have to go to the hospital either in Athens or in Elberton, and we're limited on what we can do. It's like, if they have a bacterial infection or a yeast infection, we can do that. We have a blood pressure program for blood pressure medicines, but you got to fit into the criteria for that. We do immunizations here, but we're not a sick clinic, we're a well clinic. So that limits even more on what they can and can't do. And definitely mobility. Some people just don't have the transportation to be able to go. So they'll just wait until it gets really, really bad, and then they'll go. And at that point, you're trying to deal with this one problem, but they've got all these other problems too that are adding into that one.
Well, they got a good health care here. They have the doctors here, and then they have the Italy. Good. And then you got Athens.
Yeah.
With the 2 hospitals.
I think it probably does because it is a long ways. I mean, relatively long as compared to being in Athens. But I think it probably does because people don't come until they are half dead, I mean, they just don't want to come. They don't like going to the doctor. They don't like going to the hospital. So when they come, they've been having chest pain for 4 days, Like, really? Your chest has been, hurting for 4 days? Yeah, well, I just thought it would go away,
Wow.
So, yeah, we see a lot of that.
For the most part, our community assessment revealed information about the county that we expected to find based upon our preliminary research of secondary data: increased chronic disease rates. However, what we did not expect to find was the extreme discrepancy between community members and county healthcare workers concerning knowledge of resources and awareness of health issues. For our next project, we feel it will be most beneficial to target adults ages 25 to 65 to combat the issue of chronic disease in Oglethorpe County.